Hello, love. So, I had a whole other message today, but I just went outside a little bit ago to add some birdseed to a clay saucer that I had out there set out for the birds because we've had a lot of snow lately and we have all these little tiny birds that are coming back here into Colorado, like mountain chickadees, and there's some little tiny, um, I don't know, sparrows and finches, and they've been eating the berries, the dried berries on some of our trees and bushes, but a lot of those are all used up. So I put some feed out for them, like things like different types of grains and sunflowers and that kind of thing. But I have created quite a cafe because the squirrels are eating it, the rabbits are eating it, bigger birds that I've never seen before are out there, and of course all the little tiny birds get some too. So it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun just to see what all they're doing, and I peek out the window and see what they're doing. It's kind of fun, and I fill it up every day now. And I don't want to get them used to the fact that they can just come here for food when they can go elsewhere too, where it's natural for them to eat. But but it makes me feel good, and it makes me happy too, because I love animals. And inside our house, I love plants. And so we have two great big tables, two 8-foot tables with great big pots like this size of geraniums. And they're blooming like crazy in front of the windows. And so they're right over here. We have two pretty good sized windows. And they're set up over here just waiting to go back outside into the sunlight. But we can't put them out until the end of May because it freezes here. It's cold till the end of May here. We live at a high altitude, and so our growing season in summertime is fairly short, and so they go out in May and they come back in usually about mid-September. They come back inside, but they're blooming like crazy. They're happy. They're great big green leaves and great big red blooms, and the cats hang out at the window around them, kind of like they're in the jungle, and everybody's happy. And it brings me joy, and my husband enjoys it too, and the cats are happy. So it's whatever brings you joy, right? Whatever that is. There's so much going on in the world where it's just noise. It's just a lot of noise. It's kind of outside the circle of where we are, but we get caught up in the internet. We get caught up on what we're watching on social media and even what we're watching on TV. And it can be kind of noisy, and it can kind of cause us to go off center. I know it does me too when I'm worried about maybe something happening in the world, or concerned about people that are experiencing certain things, or maybe the weather has caused some challenges for people. And so, our hearts go out to people when these things happen. But it can throw us off base, and it can throw us off of our center. And so whatever it is you can do to create joy for yourself, create harmony, let yourself know how greatly you're loved. Know that what it is you're doing in the world is of great importance, and what it is that you're bringing joy and peace and harmony to other beings around you, be they other animals, or like here in our household, or maybe your partner, your husband, or your wife, or your children, your elderly parents, maybe a neighbor or two. Whatever it is you're doing in your job, come back home to yourself to give from the greatest place of who you are, and you'll do wonders for whatever it is and whoever you're in service to. And in this way, you also know how magnificent you are. You also know the wonder of the grace within you. And you also know the goodness that always resides within you and how it's always been there. So this brings me to just tell you a little bit about the workshop that I'm offering a week from Saturday. It's on the 17th of February, and it is from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Mountain Time. And it's called Full Circle. Again, it's coming back home to yourself, because what I'm teaching about, and this is, I should say, it's by popular demand because I've been asked to teach this yet again. I've offered it in person, in larger groups, and in smaller groups. I've also offered it online before, but I'm doing it yet again because I've had people ask me to teach it yet again. And instead of calling it teaching, it's really more my sharing my story, because Full Circle is about my two different near-death experiences where One happened in a car accident. 5 months later, it happened in a surgical procedure. And the interesting thing is both of my experiences were almost identical. And I was asked at the end of each one of those experiences, do you want to stay or do you want to go back? I was given a choice. And obviously, I chose to come back. But my answer was, oh no, I have too much to do. I must go back. So in that, when I came back, I went, what the heck is it I'm supposed to do? And I found over time that what it is that I've done, what I experienced in those two near-death experiences is what generates what I write in all the books I write, in the art that I create, in the messages that I give for you. It is the generating life force within me, because it's something I gained in that realm, which is all about love and all about peace and joy and harmony and how everything comes together in a glory within us. And it's who we already are. It's who my soul is. And so I share this with people and help them to understand, if they don't already understand. But I help them to understand that this is who they are, who the grace of their very best self is. That is always pleasant, is always within you, and is always at the center. Just like the joy that I experience watching these little lovely animals come and feed at my little seated cafe. So life is good, and it is, when we allow it to be, and we get ourselves out of the real busyness and the circus of all of the stuff going on around us, and come back to center, come back to this place within us where we know who we are and we are anchored in that. And I will share with you how I experienced it, and you'll have plenty of time to share of your own experiences. If you have questions about near death, if you have questions about maybe your loved ones who have passed on, if you have questions about how to communicate with some of these people, and maybe even your animal family, I'll tell you some things that I know, and I'd love for you to join me. So, as always, I send you lots of love, and please sign up for my workshop, because it's going to be worth your time and your effort and your talent, everything that you have, because we're all in this together. We just do it differently. So please know, I'd love for you to join me. Again, it's a week from Saturday on the 17th. The link is just above this message. And as always, I send you lots and lots of love. Bye for now.